Yeah, boy.
This is what 1 month of progress looks like. First, we need to establish what the game is. The game is a marketplace. Players build their own shops and try to entice other customers. The goal is to make the game fun, intuitive, and reach a large audience to hopefully make a large hub of creators and customers alike. I'm starting with the placement system, and I've made a lot of those. See, all the systems before use run_service.rendered_step, which for some reason gets really laggy, so I want to remove all that. Another issue is the clunkiness of the old system. When you want to rotate objects more than about 2 degrees or make a grid that's larger than a stud, it looks choppy. So I'm going to remove that too. The final thing I wanted to add is a bounding box, as the old placement system had to have a bounding box pre-made, added into the model, and made a primary part. So I fixed the optimization issues by making everything rely on mouse.move. So it's not running a position, rotation, and raycast check every step. The choppy complaint was quite hard to crack. Nah, I'm just kidding. Control-C, Control-V, don't mind me. It took a lot of tweaking to actually get working, but it looks really good, and the grid system is great as well. The final issue with the placement system was the bounding box. When I first came up with this half asleep, I wasn't aware of the feature called Object Get Bounding Box. Legit 40 lines of code went down to 10, and 2 hours of trying to figure out how to make bounding boxes by myself were wasted. The map is very much not final, but I find for what I have right now, it's not that bad. The ones I've made in the past were much worse. So for now, it's not bad at all. The avatar editing system was like the first new thing I had to learn for this project, and it was very hard. There's no embedded way to grab the items from the player's inventory, so instead I found a Roblox forum, and while it didn't help too much, it gave me a rough idea on what to do. I created a glitch.com project and copied and pasted some code from a Roblox proxy tutorial. After figuring out how to grab items from a proxy, I then displayed them with the RBX thumb service. After that, I made individual scripts for each of them, which allowed each cosmetic to have a different feature, but made bug fixing later suck. This was needed though. I wanted the player to have multiple hats, but shirts, pants, and other objects can only have one. With about 2 days of work, I have a fully working avatar editing system, and while the UI is bad, with a little bit of makeup, we'll pretend it looks good for now. The design of the prop shop isn't finished at all, but the basic idea is there. I want to make an IKEA type display where you can buy items from a little computer right next to it. I also want to make the price of everything fairly cheap, and that makes the currency of the game worth a lot more. Here's an example. If you buy currency in Bloxburg, it's worth very little, as 20 Robux equals to about 1,000 in-game money, which means 1 Robux is about 50 in-game monies, and it's worth less if you buy more at once, which is making the currency practically worthless. I want my currency to be 1 to 2, so for every 1 Robux is 2 coins in the game. While this might not seem important, will make the game move quickly in the beginning and get easier over time. Now that I've explained that, I want to go over how buying works. When you step on the green circle, a UI pops up that allows you to buy items. It'll show you the name, what it looks like, and the price. It'll sort by price, and if you decide to purchase an item, a confirmation menu will pop up to ensure you want to purchase the item. Then the item will appear in your inventory. Speaking of the inventory, this is another one of those things that I had no experience in, but thankfully it was very similar to the loading object. But instead of having to worry about the positions of the object, I can just grab the object name and clone it into the player's inventory. After, we can load the assets into the frame that updates whenever you open the UI, and that basically makes the whole system. Now that I've gone over what I have so far, I want to talk about what I want to add in the future. Firstly, I think it would be cool to add poses and animations on the mannequin. Some that cost Robux and others that can be bought with in-game money. Another idea is a rating system, so players can be given a motive to improve. Finally, I think it would be cool to have UGCs for players. Some will get free items for specific ratings or selling a certain amount of products. Also, I don't currently have monetization within the game, so if you have an idea on what to add, as well as if you have something you think would be good for the game, be sure to tell me, because I'd love the feedback. This game isn't done with development yet, and I also don't even have a name for it, but this video is meant to serve as a little devlog to show my progress so far. That's all I have to show. Thanks for watching, make sure to subscribe, and have a good one.